Welcome back to the deep dive. So today we are tackling a really specific and, let's be honest, often painful reality for drivers, especially around Brantford, Ontario.
Mm,
We're talking about windshield replacement. We've got this guide here from London Quick Chip Auto Glass. It's called The Price of Clarity.
a good title.
It is, yeah. And we're going to
Mhm.
see if we can actually find some of that clarity in what's usually a pretty confusing process.
Oh, it's notoriously confusing. You get a crack, you call around for a quote.
Mm.
The price range they give you can just be baffling. You just want to know, why does this piece of glass cost what it costs?
Right. Well, according to the London Quick Chip Guide, the general spread for a replacement in Brantford is somewhere between roughly $300 and $800.
Which is a huge gap.
A huge gap. And the guide really stresses that it all comes down to the sort of DNA of your vehicle, the make, the model, and the year.
Exactly. If you're driving, say, a 10-year-old compact car, you're probably going to be down at that $300 end of the scale. You're basically paying for the glass and the labor. Simple.
But the $800 figure, that's where things get interesting.
That's where we get into what your car is.
Yeah, the source makes this really great distinction between glass and technology.
Hmm?
We're not just looking through a simple window anymore.
Not at all.
I was reading the section on features, and it's wild. We're talking about things like rain sensors, for example.
That's a perfect example of hidden tech. Most
Mm.
people think the sensor is, part of the wiper motor or something. It's not.
No.
It's usually bonded right to the glass near the rearview mirror. So if you replace that glass, you need a new windshield that's made to house that sensor perfectly.
And then you've got heads-up displays, or HUDs. This was the one that really blew my mind. The guide points out that if your car projects your speed onto the glass, you can't just use standard glass.
You absolutely cannot. Standard glass has 2 layers, and if you just project an image onto it, you'll see a double image, like a ghosting effect.
Ah, okay.
Windshields for HUDs have this special wedge shape built into the laminate between the glass layers. It aligns the reflection from both surfaces so you see one crisp image.
So you're paying for that precision manufacturing.
You are. And the guide says that kind of tech can easily add, another $100 to $300 to the cost?
Wow. Okay, but that's just the glass itself. The guide then brings up calibration as another major factor in the final bill.
And this is the part that catches most drivers completely off guard. We're talking specifically about 80s.
Advanced driver assistance systems.
Right. Your lane departure warnings, your automatic emergency braking, all that good stuff.
And the cameras for those systems are usually mounted right behind the windshield.
Exactly. So when you pop in a new piece of glass, even if it looks perfect, the angle of that camera might be off by a fraction of a millimeter.
Which, at highway speeds, is a big deal.
It's a huge deal. A tiny shift could mean the car thinks the lane is a few feet to the left of where it actually is.
That's dangerous.
Very. So the shop has to perform a recalibration. They set up targets. They hook a computer up to your car. And they electronically recenter those safety systems. It's detailed work.
It does make the price tag make a little more sense when you realize you're paying for a safety procedure, not just a window. But speaking of paying, let's talk about the insurance angle, which the guide covers pretty well for Ontario drivers.
Yes, this is the good news, potentially.
The guide says that for a lot of people, windshield replacement is actually covered under their comprehensive insurance.
So your out-of-pocket cost might just be your deductible.
Or, if you're lucky, maybe nothing at all if you have that zero deductible glass coverage. It's a good reminder to, actually check your policy before a rock hits it.
Definitely. And it seems like these glass shops like London Quick Chip are used to this. They mention working directly with insurance, which tells you how complicated it's all become. You have to justify why your specific windshield costs $800.
Because it's not just glass anymore, it's a proprietary part of a complex safety system.
Precisely.
It just completely changes how you think about a simple crack in your windshield, doesn't it? Which brings me to this final thought.
Okay.
We used to think of car repair as, mechanical. It was about wrenches and oil and physical parts. But based on this breakdown, with the sensors and HUDs and recalibration, are we even repairing a car anymore?
It certainly doesn't feel like it sometimes.
It feels more like we're rebooting a computer system that just happens to be made of glass. Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive. Drive safe.